Hey, my friends, I'm so glad you're here. I have to tell you a funny story. I just got done coaching one of my clients, and she said the most hilarious thing. We were walking out, and she goes, I hate how you have such good points. And I started laughing so hard. I'm like, that's hilarious. That's one of the funniest things she said. And I'm like, okay, do you want me to tell you? Do you want me to tell you my good point? Okay, this is what we're talking about. She was telling me about how she really wanted to be accepted by some older girls that were in this group that she's in, or some people. And she said, I just wish I could be accepted. And I'm like, what does that even mean? Accepted? Like, is someone walking around with like, a big gate up that says you're not accepted here? Or did you just like make that up in your mind? Like that you're not accepted? Like who decides that? And also, here's a little thought. When you're younger and there's people older than you, lots of times they pretend like you're a freshman right now and they're seniors, right? You know the seniors, right? You know their names, you know who's dating, you know what sports they play. But here's the truth. The seniors, they don't usually know you. And it's not because they don't accept you. It's not because they don't like you. It's because it's just you're not on their radar. And that's just true. Now, and that will be true when you're a senior, okay? You're not even going to be like, I really don't want to talk to those freshmen or those sophomores. You're just going to be like busy with stuff and it's not really on your radar. And so she has been kind of in her mind thinking like they don't accept me. When the truth is like actually think they probably don't even realize, right? They're just like older and they're talking and they're not paying attention, right? And so I told her my number one tip is she needs to be the one. She needs to be the one to initiate, to go say hi to them. And she's like, "Oh, what?" Like she was like, then my anxiety is going to kick in. My anxiety is going to take over. And I was like, okay. And I'm going to ask you this. This is a quiz for you. Where does your anxiety come from? Where does the feeling of anxiety come from? Where do all your feelings come from? Your thoughts, right? So anxiety doesn't come over and take over. You think a thought that makes you feel anxious, right? So her thought would be, what if she doesn't talk to me? What if she doesn't like me? What if she doesn't accept me? Those thoughts cause you to feel anxious. So anxiety didn't come just like tackle you down, right? They came from a thought. So what do? We don't just tell ourselves, no, it's fine. We talk back to our brain. So if she starts to feel anxious in that moment, like, well, what if she doesn't hear me? That was her thought. What if she doesn't hear me? And I'm like, so then what? What happens? Literally nothing. Nothing happens, right? That was the point that she said was the point that she hated. It's like, even if you say hi to her, she doesn't say hi to you back. What's going to happen? Nothing. You might feel a little embarrassed or something, but nothing will happen, right? If you just decide, listen, I'm going to be proud of myself for saying hi, and no matter what happens after that, it's cool. I'm proud of myself. Then it doesn't feel like life and death because the truth is it's not life and death. Like you just want to be friends with her or those people that are older than you or people in general. You just want to be friends with them. You don't need them to be okay. So you're just like, hey, it'd be cool to be friends with them. I'm gonna go say hi. I'm gonna smile. But here's the thing: if you're like my client or you're like me, how I do this sometimes too, or I have done this a lot more when I was younger. I wanted some people to come over to me and be like, hey, Jody, come hang out with us. Hey, you're so awesome. Want to come talk to all of the seniors? They're not going to do that. And it's not because they don't accept you. It's because they're seniors and they don't think about you. And it's not because you're not cool. It's because they don't know you. So it's your job to have them get to know you. So here's the truth. You just walk up or you just like, give them knuckles or do something, and just say, hey, how are you? Or tell them good job. Like say you're playing a sport with them. You just tell them hi, tell them good job, right? Actually, this is a funny story. Um, One of my sons is in a weights class, and a freshman, anyways, was talking about him, and he says, "Yeah, I just glaze him all the time, right?" So it's like, here's the truth: when you're a freshman, you might need to glaze them a little. You might need to glaze them. You might need to be like, "Hey, you're so cool. Oh, I like your shoes." You know what I mean? But like, listen, telling yourself you're not accepted by them is just keeping you stuck. And you're telling yourself you're waiting for them to come ask you to hang out with them. And they're not going to. If you want to be friends with someone, you decide. And you're just like, hey, my name's Jody. I'm gonna go say hi. I'm gonna smile. I'm gonna, take the chance. You be the one to initiate. And here's what happens, okay? The first time you do it, it's gonna feel super weird and hard. But it's just like any muscle. Think of like weights. Think about like anything you do say the first time you pick up 20-pound dumbbells, they're crazy heavy. But if you were to lift those like multiple times a week over an extended period of time, they're going to get your muscles get stronger, right? From lifting the weight, not from just talking about how heavy they are or how scary they look, but from lifting the weight. That's how you get stronger. So the way you get better at making friends, the way you get better at initiating conversations with people is not by just thinking about it and telling yourself you're not accepted. It's by doing the thing. It's just by saying, hey, what's up? How's it going? Good job, smiling. Tell them, like, I don't know, I like your car. I don't know, something, but you are the only person in your way of making friends with people. And here's the truth, not everyone's going to be nice. We've talked about that before. Not everyone's going to be like, oh, yeah, come hang out with us. But listen, what they think about you is about them, not about you, right? So if they seem nice and they're the type of people that just didn't know that you were around and you say hi to them multiple times, they're gonna be like, oh, that freshman's pretty cool. Like, let's say hi to her, like, but sitting around telling yourself you're not accepted is just a story you're telling yourself and it's keeping you stuck. And you can keep doing it if you want, but you're just not, you're gonna stay where you're at. So if you want to have more fun, then you decide, listen, my next practice, my next um, next time I walk by them in the hall, I am going to be the one. I'm going to smile. I'm going to say hi. And who knows what happens, but I'm just going to be proud of myself no matter what. So that's my number one tip. The only way you get stronger muscles is by lifting the weights. And the only way you get better at making friends and talking to people that you're uncomfortable with is doing it. But here's the thing. You don't do it and then just be like, okay, hopefully they like me and hopefully I'm good enough. You just decide, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to say hi to 5 people today. And I'm proud of myself no matter what. And you keep doing it. Watch yourself make so many friends. Because here's the truth. People love people who are nice. People who are nice to them. Actually, I was hearing a girl talk about how her friend, they would like meet somebody. Pretend like, I'll just tell it like this. Like maybe me and my friend Hannah, we go and we hang out with some people and we meet someone that night. Okay. And then the next time we meet those same people, Hannah, when those people walk up, she's like, hey, she says their names like, hey, Zach, what's up? And she acts so excited to like greet them, to like say hi. And then I'm looking at Hannah like, wait, when did you guys hang out? Like I was here last time. How are you guys such good friends? Right. And then a week later, we see Zach again. And Hannah, this time, not just Hannah saying like, hey, Zach, what's up? Zach's like, Hannah, what's up? And they're just like bonded, right? And you're like, what? I've been here all 3 times. What happened here? And let me tell you the secret. When you greet someone like really enthusiastically, when you see someone, like pretend like you walked in the room and someone was like, what's your name? Tell me your name. I don't know what your name is. What's your name? Elsa, I don't know, whatever your name is, okay? Pretend like I walk in a room and someone goes, Jody, like so excited and like says hey to me. I'm gonna be like, whoa, they like me? Guess what? I like them. So try it, okay? Try to be the enthusiastic one. Try to be the one that says hi and watch it happen, okay? My interaction with that person, I didn't get as close to them. And it's not because I didn't see them as much. It's because my friend Hannah just greeted them really excitedly and said hi to them. So then they were excited to see her. Try it this week. Tell me how it goes. If you want more help with this, listen, I want to help you. Okay. I have lots of good points to make and I'm going to help you. It's one of my favorite things to do. So try it this week though. You be the one, you lift that muscle and watch yourself get stronger with it. And you just decide, I'm going to be the one to say hi. I'm going to be enthusiastic about it. And I'm not going to be like embarrassed and shy about it. I'm just going to decide, listen, I'm the one. I'm going to be the one to say hi today. Okay. Let me know how it goes. Hope you have a good week.